Welcome back to the Little Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Damson. Before we dive in today, I want you to do something with me. Look around your room or think about your morning routine. Now ask yourself, why did you pick up your phone first thing? Or why did you choose that specific snack? Most of our lives are run by an invisible architecture of habits. We think we are making choices, but often we're just running scripts. Today, we're breaking those scripts down using the 4 laws from James Clear's Atomic Habits, but we're going to go much deeper. And we're going to look at the psychology of why we fail at building or making good habits, and how to use small growth to finally win. Let's dive right into it. Law number 1 from James Clear's book is make it obvious. And the first building block of a good habit is the cue. If a habit is invisible, it's impossible. James Clear says that we need to make it obvious. But I want us to get interactive here. I want you to think of one habit you've been struggling to start. Got it? Now, look around at your environment and ask yourself whether that environment actually supports that habit that you've been struggling to start. An example is if you want to journal, is the journal tucked away in a drawer or is it on your pillow? B.J. Fogg, the Stanford researcher and author of Tiny Habits, teaches us about recipe building. He says that you shouldn't just rely on a visual cue. You need an anchor. The logic is you don't find time, so rather you design the time. Then the formula would be, after I do this and this habit, I will start my new habit that I'm trying to start out on. So, pause this audio at this point for just 5 seconds and identify your anchor. Is it brushing your teeth? Is it going to make breakfast? Now, use that anchor to tether your new habit to your reality. Okay, let's go on to the next building block. This next building block is based off of law number 2 of James Clear's Atomic Habits, and it's called make it attractive. The second law is the craving, and that's the next building block of a habit. We need to make it attractive, and that's where most people get it wrong. They try to force themselves to do the things that they hate. Now, James Clear talks about temptation bundling, where we pair our wants with a need. But I also want to bring in Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit. He talks about the neurological cravings. He's suggesting that you don't actually crave the gym, but you crave that endorphin rush or the feeling of pride after going to the gym. So this would mean changing the language. Change your language. Instead of saying I have to work out, you say I get to build a body that carries me through life. And as Simon Sinek often says, you start with the why. If the why is attractive, you can figure out the how. The how becomes very easy. Make the identity of who you are becoming more enticing than the comfort of staying the same. We're going on to the next building block of a good habit, and this is based off of law number 3 of the atomic habits. Make it easy. So, building block number 3, make it easy. And that's the heart of starting small. We are often our own worst enemies because we have day one ambition. We want to run a marathon on the first day. So, this is where we bring in the 2-minute rule from James Clear. And I believe I also talked about it in my episode of Goals versus Systems. But to make it, to expound on it a bit more, it's embedded within the Make It Easy law framework. He says that a new habit that you're starting out should take less than 120 seconds. So if your goal is on improving your physical well-being and you're starting out workout routines, don't start doing too much. Don't do 50 push-ups. Just start with 10, start with 6, start with 5. Or if you're getting into the habit of reading and you don't want to tire yourself out, or you don't want to make this so burdening when you're actually starting out, don't read 30 pages. Don't strive to finish the whole entire book. Just read one paragraph. One paragraph is enough. And to delve deeper into it, Mel Robbins has the perfect tool for this, and she calls it the 5-second rule. When you have the impulse to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds, or your brain will kill the idea. So, what is the 2-minute version of your biggest goal? If your goal is to start a business, the 2-minute version is opening a blank document and just writing a title on top of it. Do the stupidly small version of your goal first. You aren't building the result yet, but you're building the ritual. Now we're going into the last law number 4 on James Clear's atomic habits, and it's called Make It Satisfying. And that's the last building block of a good habit, the reward. That's because our brains are wired to repeat what feels good now. And that is again why bad habits are so hard to break. Because the reward is often immediate. You get your bottle of alcohol, you drink it, you get drunk almost immediately. You get your cigarette, you smoke it, the anxiety drops almost immediately. But to make a good habit stick, you need an immediate win as well. So, Clear suggests something called habit tracking, which is the simple act of crossing an X on a calendar. But I want us to look at it through the lens of Ryan Holiday and Stoicism. Now, the ultimate reward isn't the weight lost or the money saved, but it's the self-trust that you earn. Now think about that for a second. Every time you do what you said you would do, you are casting a vote for the person that you want to become. So, don't wait for the end of the month to celebrate. Celebrate the fact that you showed up for those 2 minutes today. That's the win. So, we've covered a lot today. and we've been looking at the four laws of building a habit around James Clear's Atomic Habits. And we've looked at making it obvious, number 1. Number 2, we've looked at making it attractive. Number 3, we've looked at making it easy. And number 4, we've looked at making it satisfying. I want to leave you with this. And I also talked about it in my episode of Goals versus Systems. And it's just a quote from the book of Atomic Habits. You don't rise to the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your systems. And I have a challenge for you today. Before you move on to your next task for today, I have one request. I want you to pick one tiny habit, something that takes less than 2 minutes, and commit to it for just the next 24 hours. Once you've picked it, I want to also hear about it. So take a screenshot of this episode and post it to your Instagram story and tag me in it. Little.growth20 with your 2-minute habit. I'm going to reshare my favorites as well, and we can hold each other accountable. So let's stop dreaming about the mountain and start mastering the first step. I'm your host again, Damson, and this has been the Little Growth Podcast. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.